how have you been? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre de Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you...
What?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay.
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was a long time ago. There was indeed one statue of the seven. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the...
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any others? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records.
The tyrant's final
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt, the place now known as Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone...
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How?
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the tyrant's final fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common read, perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the seven.
It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those
monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the... Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a... Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the...
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right! We'll go give Master Jean a hand!
Oh, okay. But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all.
I see. Has the Abyss Order... This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin?
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osial, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information. Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
You can't run!
Wind blade!
Let's light it up! Judgment!
There sure are.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are.
Yeah, let's go!
I'm not go-
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the... I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. I have no problem interacting with people, but it's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them, but at the same time, even if the god in question is your...
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Danny...
Lest I repeat the failings of my... I will tell you...
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Canrea by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seek... Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order...
What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against At the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do. Not...
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing?
Oh, Master Jean! So, Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after... But the Abyss Order and Boreas...
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after...
Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas, this god's spirit... He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Okay, be careful.
You not welcome.
So, the wolf, you claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of... If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers.
What the heck is this ceremony? Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
No matter how many times you resist us.
We go!
Bow before the abyss!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Eyes on me! Punishment! Yeah!
With the wind! Windblade!
Let's light it up! You can't run! Yeah! Then everybody stand there! To ashes! You can't run!
Will perish!
Shiver! Yeah!
Windblade!
Annihilate!
Let's light it up!
It's a roar! Decimate all the...
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it! Eyes on me! You can't run!
Resistance is futile!
Judgment! Punishment! Let's light it up! Everybody stand! You can't run!
The end!
Windblade!
Now!
With the wind!
Judgment!
The world will fall!
in! Let's light it up!
Wind blaze!
How does an old spirit have such... No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variant.
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came. Just in...
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you... But still... The Abyss Herald...
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But... Scary, I too didn't see.
Wait! So you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get... You smell danger?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the...
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Missiles. I do not know this strange word. It could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although no match for a...
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we... Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that... But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while...
Don't know. But...
Yes, you were a big help! We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss is for...
Yes, I smell more. You too.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane! Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservation. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. I see. Well then. We can more or less figure out where the...
Huh? Really?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Ah, Paimon gets it! So the tyrant's city was really just after it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North. It must have then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the... This is it, right? Okay then, use your elementals. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow!
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The Eye. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability...
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it enough?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hand, and if the limbs of Osiel, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hand. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius...
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven, as well as being a really... well, good thing we didn't tell Barb.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, I'll make sure it doesn't get away.
Not bad.
Let's light it up! You can't run! Teamwork is dreamwork! Judgment! You can't run!
Where have you been hiding? Nice. I'm starting to lose count. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Tibet. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go. And remember to be on your guard.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
You are just as vexatious as... I sense your soul is stained by terrible blood. Oh, and something far more than we are the same. We're both dangerous.
It is your words that forever... Time to silence!
Judgment! Let's light it up! You can't run! Here we go! Everybody stand back! To ashes! Judgment!
Windblade!
You can't run! Shiver! Let's light it up! Judgment! I'm going in! Adventure time! Eyes on me! Yeah!
Windblade!
Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Ether.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your
Ether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your sister? Nope.
Lumine.
What's going on here?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500, a curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually... and the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Home. Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to... I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. That's right. At least now, as well as the 7, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Oh, well then... First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest ranking. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their... And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't... So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then also, how come... After all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss. Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you... Come on, traveler. Let's go.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Or not. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the... Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work. Although, where should we go next? Oh, you mean the god that took your sister? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! Let's see what she has to say!
good. Is there anything I can help you?
We wanted to ask, how do we get...
Oh, so that's...
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly...
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this... All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for... I don't know how many days. My rations and but to my surprise, my journey didn't end. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey! And you set up...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the... One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive... It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to... And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going...
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experience.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find...
Nice. I'm starting to lose count. we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuiano. Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line?
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay, then.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never... The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking... There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with... So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time... Get this. It's a masterless...
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully... So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighter. Hi there, are you here for...
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for... But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training...
Exactly. With a vision...
This master of yours must be pretty...
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is... He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different... To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or...
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhu.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the...
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash, too? If so...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures. In most people's eyes, I am already a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. Ha! You don't mince your word. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get...
Hello? Are you here to compete in the Crux Club?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard...
Me? Only a former run...
Uh-huh.
What? You... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of dark. I planted a left. I stood my ground, of course. I'm not saying I came...
Uh-huh. But for us... Mm-hmm.
I'll see you in the arena.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible...
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that... Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his auto...
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah! Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include...
Whoa!
Might as well declare him the champion.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw...
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first time.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important... Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even with. Alright, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
I knew I wouldn't regret it. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after... So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair...
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about...
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through...
Alright, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna lose.
Don't worry. Takes...
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a... I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with...
Wow! Now...
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard, so don't get too caught.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent.
Ah, it's you! I myself...
Maybe next time, huh? Bye.
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet, and I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you. He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor.
but by the time I got back, I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still...
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy...
Thanks, I'll do...
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know...
You gave an I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern.
He's right. But in my case, I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inaz...
yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feat...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to...
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about... Come with me. Some post-match entertainment. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that...
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind. It is things of this nature that I also...
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
It's nothing really. Paimon just told them whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skill.
Judgment! You can't run! Punishment! Judgment! Power that ended Haishan! You can't run!
Wind blade! Disappear!
Everybody stand back! Let's light... Judgment! Yeah! Shiver! To ashes! You can't run! Off we go!
Your skills in battle are true. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attack should... Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your... The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these My apologies. You must be completely in the dark for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would...
She sounds less like an archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I wish...
Why isn't he here? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the two finalists have... Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows he strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale.
Wow! I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling... But today's final round will... As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't...
Wait a moment. Something doesn't... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be...
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have...
Come with me. I can sense the winds are...
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
They're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Judgment! Power that ended Haishan! Lights out. Yeah!
Spin blade!
Adventure time!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and
no boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Drat! If I only had a vision! Or if I could activate this one.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind, as I was... In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of... It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters.
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me. After all I went through to get it? I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is...
Huh?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your fore...
Whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
What are you trying to do?
Going in! Judgment!
Disappear!
Get out of here!
No! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead!
He has persevered to the bitter end. And now, put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for... It's up to you. Such willingness is...
No need for that. Thank you for...
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, yes. I wanted to know from the moment he stole the vision. I decided I've tried many other methods in the past. Though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me...
The vision didn't seem to respond.
I see. So you are all... No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is...
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill. a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, "There must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow." Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies...
Kazu!
It's just... All right then. It's time we returned. Do not let my feelings but thank you.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! It's a miracle!
Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Whoa, so many clouds.
I believe this is... With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking...
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete.
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the...
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding. Transfiguration! Manifest! Unleash! You can't run! Take your true form! Ha! Manifest! Judgment! By ordinance divine! It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
I'm going in! Punishment! You can't run!
Wind blade! With the wind!
Obey! Do your master's bidding! Teamwork is dreamwork! Power that ended hyped on! Yeah!
Lights out! Manifest!
Disappear!
You can't run! Obey! Judgment!
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Cryo incarnate! Unleash!
Wind blade!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Yeah!
Obey!
Do your master's bidding! Judgment! Let's light it up! You can't run!
Manifest!
Judgment!
Obey!
Don't worry, I got this. G power that ended Python! You can't run!
Lights out. Unleash! Obey!
Disappear!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Judgment!
Unleash! Obey! My ordinance divine!
To ashes! You can't run!
Wind blade!
Manifest! Obey!
I'm going in! Shiver! Yeah!
Manifest!
You can't run!
Unleash!
Judgment!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Cryo incarnate! Eyes on me!
Ha! Everybody stand back!
Lights out.
You can't run!
Disappear!
Obey! Let's light it up! Judgment!
Manifest!
Judgment!
Windblade!
Obey!
Do your master's bidding! You can't run! Teamwork is true!
Manifest!
Power that ended Hypedon!
Unleash!
Let's light it up! Judgment!
Windblade!
Obey! Manifest!
Let's light it up! You can't run! Punishment!
Obey!
Judgment!
Transfiguration!
You can't run!
Shoot!
Adventure time! Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Eyes on me! Not bad.
Windblade!
Cryo incarnate! Manifest!
Judgment!
With the wind!
Everybody stand back! That's
Couldn't break the curse.
Do your master's bidding! You will regret this!
Unleash! To ashes! Lights out! You can't run! Manifest! Obey!
Windblade!
Unleash!
Judgment!
Obey!
Look, over there! Could that be the Sunset Vermilionite? Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, light.
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about.
only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized if we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, but if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the...
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm my safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects.
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the...
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhua! And Ningguang's little helper!
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No one, but I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plustrite we have received, so if everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is...
Shenhua! Shenhua! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too.
But I am not...
Shenhua?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right?
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Hi there! Checking in, are we? You're Justin. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not so, business is booming for me today. Very
great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just at the door. Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhua, you should go get some rest. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help it. Let's buy one for Shenhua, too. She can have it at...
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. Mm-hmm.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she do? Let's go...
One trusts you have met Shenhe.
So far, so good. Yeah. So
naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor.
Cool. So, calling her Shenhua feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful.
Her Adeptus name. Why, pray tell...
Don't all Adepti have a special type.
On this latter point, you are correct. However...
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only...
Do you mean to say that she presents differently?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are...
Ah, yes. She was like this all the... One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's room. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger.
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most that she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong one dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day?
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate...
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the rest?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even... Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew... Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those... The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her... It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liu and the... If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her chief. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied...
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kinda hard to deal with.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Off we go! Huh? Yeah!
Wind blade!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light... Judgment! You can't run! Power that ended Python! Let's light it up!
Wind blade!
Ad Astra.
Cold beer. For a hard day's work. Nothing like it.